into the unknown.
No.
No.
Josh, wake up! This is Win Big Right Now, for God's sakes. Get them excited. Wake them up. Get them into the unknown.
Brian's mic clearance.
Let's take away your NPR host clearance, okay? Can we wake up? Jesus.
It is. It
Brian,
is
we are going to get a Disney takedown request pretty soon if you don't stop singing.
When is that accurate? It's not gonna happen.
All right, chat. Can you guys hear me? Can we hear me? Can we hear me? Hello, hello.
You're muted.
Good
Muted
morning.
and we're gone.
Yeah, see, so they won't be able to hear me. My team won't be able to hear me on
I'll
Teams,
speak
but
for
you guys
Josh.
can hear me.
I'm going to tell you that he's really pleased. Like, he's really chuffed with himself that he's managed to make us all go away, but he doesn't. Oh, there we're back.
There we are.
Guys,
That was Josh's punishment.
I'm gonna be muted for you, but not muted for the stream, unless there's an echo. If we don't have an echo, then we're good. Chat, do we have an echo? Look at that. Look at that feedback in the chat. Just so supportive. Okay, great. We're good. All right, ladies and gents. Well, let's go ahead and kick it off. Win Big Right Now. I'm joined by our lovely hipster cat captain, Brian Gavados, right below. We've got our beautiful Richard Gunter from the Canadian team, and also our curious cat captain. And then we've got the wonderful Alex Humble in the bottom right as our surfer cat captain. Represent in the chat, whichever team you're on, because we're going to be taking a look at the top 5, ladies and gents. And let's see here. What do we got? What do we got here, team captains? Looks like we got Surfer Cat as number 1. Surfer Cat on the top of the solo leaderboard. And again, we're gonna toss it over to our captains to give a few words once we get to team medal count. But let's run through these solo scores here real quick. We've got USR or user 316 with number 1 scoring 3.4 million points. Holy smokes!
Right.
Brew Crew Todd, Curious Cat, coming in at number 2. Richard, your team is doing very well.
Cat. That's right.
K Dixon 17 with Surfer Cat as well. Digital Fear Gamer Cat, I love that. And Bad News X2. Those are our top 5 for the week. And again, ladies and gents, there's 2 more days. So we got a couple more opportunities for you to get points, especially with those referrals, as we talked about, 100,000 points per referral. So keep that in mind. It is still anybody's ball game for the rest of this week. Now, let's hop over to see that team medal count. See how our teams are stacking up right now. So, as you can see, Cloud Cats, Ryan isn't able to be with us today, but who cares because he's a winner. So, Gamer Cat, number 2. Really, really proud of the
Just
team.
something like, ho, 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 Cloud9!
Oh my God, we're in it. We're in the clouds. All the condensation and insert scientific thing here that makes sense with cat puns. Okay, we're good. I think we covered all the bases. Gamer Cat's number 2, awesome, love you, and let's take out Cloud Cat because we're getting close, especially in the bronze and silver medal counts. You can see we're coming up really close on that top score. So keep pushing, gamers. We're making an impact. At number 3, and I should mention that this is quite interesting. You go to the solo scores, and in the top 10, there does seem to be a team omitted from this top 10. It's kind of interesting. If you look at it long enough, you'll identify. But completely separate, unrelated note, the Hipster Cats are number 3 in the team medal count, which is pretty sweet. Brian, I'm sure you're pretty proud of your team. And then we've got the Curious Cats, obviously Richard's team coming in, and Surfer Cats, which is, again, just a weird difference with Alex's team holding up the 2 of the top 5 spots and heading over to team medal count. So that's where our whole teams kind of exist right now as far as points. And now that we're gonna, skip through Cloud Cat, because again, they're in first place. No one wants to hear from first. Andy's not here. We love you, Ryan. Gamer Cats, obviously keep doing what you're doing. A tremendous amount of work and impact that you guys are making. We're on the top 5 for solo scores. We're on the top 5 for weekly winners. And we are in second place for the overall team medal count. Gamers rise up. Hipster Cats, Brian, I imagine you have some words for your team.
I do. I just think that now, as we go down our separate paths toward victory, this is now a new phase, a new chapter for our adventure. And I think it's time we really consider the impact of going into the unknown. And as we are right there in the center of this leaderboard, I just want to reflect on season 1 and how we were the laughing stock. Well, look, my family said, well, they laughed at me when I said I wanted to be a stand-up comedian, but no one's laughing now, okay? So.
Such a bad joke.
So, all right. It sounds like that's it. Unless you have something you'd like to add further, Brian.
What part of my stoic silence indicates?
Okay, on to the Curious Cat. So we've got Richard, our beautiful, beautiful Richard G, who is the captain of the Curious Cats. I imagine you're pretty curious about a few things right now. Richard, why don't you let us in on those?
I am curious, Josh. I'm curious how our team could be in 4th place. But you know what? It's all good. We're bringing the positivity because there's still time to rise up in the ranks of this leaderboard. I'm wearing right now my Xbox jacket here to channel a little bit of that gamer cat energy to rise up the leaderboard, okay? Because I think there's time and we're gonna make it, you know. And here's the thing, I'll just leave it at this. At least we're not in last place. Alex?
Which is my cue. Look, I get it. Surfers, you're individualistic. You really want to, express yourself. And some of you have done a really good job back on those solo scores. But like we discovered last week, Hipster Cat has a K in it. And so we have to, we must overtake and overcome at least Hipster Cat so we can squash those old Joker references. We need to take that whatever place it is. I want it. Take it. Do it. Go out there, refer more people, drink more coffee. This is good, Alex.
And a clear representation of why the Surfer Cat team is where they are in the top 5.
Shut it.
All right, so we've heard from all of our captains, obviously a lot of different things and areas that all of our teams can really look to take another spot on the leaderboard. So again, referrals, all the amazing content that you guys have seen throughout the weeks, and some fun activities that you can do within the Discovery Expo platform as well, all adds into how you're impacted with these points. And again, we're going to toss over to the solo scoreboard one more time, just to kind of point out the differentiation here in points from our 5th place to our 1st, about 1 million points, which again, seems like a lot, but when you take into account how many different activities that you can do on the platform to get points, coupled with that 100,000 points per referral, I mean, hey, if you got 5 referrals, you're already 500,000 points. You're already making your way to 1st place. And let's say, another day goes by and you recommend 5 more people. Boom, you've just taken 1st place. And that's not counting any of the other activities or things that you can do within the platform to get points. So keep that in mind. It is still any team, any user's game at this point. 2 days to go. August 9th, we will end this week. So again, any last words? I'm going to go through with our captains and make sure that they're leaving you with some motivation, some words of wisdom, or at least how we want to strategically move forward. And again, we're going to skip Cloud Cats, because why not? And from the Gamer Cats, just keep doing what you're doing. There's a sleeping giant right now called Cloud Cats, and we're coming for them, and they have no idea how close we are to taking that #1 spot. So Gamer Cats, keep doing what you're doing. Refer. That is going to be such a huge help as far as getting those points onto the leaderboard. And without further ado, Hipster Cats, Brian, do you have any parting messages for your laxed team that seems to be enjoying the vinyl and the things of such?
No, we're good. I'm very, very optimistic about how the Hipster Cats progress is going. I think now we're realizing that victory is possible, or if not, just 2nd place is going to be great for us, because hipsters might have a problem with winning. Like, winning the total thing might be a little gauche, might be a little too, savoir-faire for hipsters. So I think we can just pump up to 2nd place. That podium finish is really all we care about, though.
Terrific. Love it, Brian. Hope all you hipsters out there feel quite motivated and ready to roll, taking that #1 spot eventually. Hopefully in the next 2 days. We'll see. Anything can happen. Richard, over to you, my friend. Any parting words for your wonderful Curious Cats?
just keep doing what you're doing. Get on there, do the courses, refer those friends, get on the platform because there are some great prizes to win. And, and it's anybody's game still, those referrals. Get a couple referrals your way up there. So Curious Cats, let's go. We've only got one gold medal, which is kind of disappointing, but I'm not going to, I don't want to end on a negative note. So I think we can do this. We can get out of 4th place, maybe break into 3rd, and maybe 2nd, but I don't know how realistic that is. But let's go for 3rd. Let's be realistic and go for 3rd. Thanks, guys. Curious Cats, you rock.
Love it. Richard, inspirational as always. And one thing to add, yeah, you got 1 gold medal, but there's still a team lower than you on the leaderboard, even though you have 1 gold medal. And what's even crazier is this team has 3 gold medals. Alex, what's going on with those rocky waves out there?
Yeah, see, I don't understand what the deal is here with this system. So if we are winning within the system, then it leads the Surfer Cats to question the system. When I add up all these medals, I see that we are doing great. Look at those 3 medals. Don't look at Cloud Cat. No one's going to beat Cloud Cat. But we could do so well if the system wasn't rigged against us. So, Surfer Cats, do your best within the system, and if the system doesn't work for you, then make a lot of noise about how it's not fair. And I promise I'll do everything I can to try and fix it up if I can. Oh, I've been cut. My mic has been cut.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That's what happens to you. That's
what
what happens. Surfer Cat, that's what happens when you start instigating a political revolution, a Discovery Expo political revolution. Jeez, everybody.
I think we can take at least 1 place. Take it from those Curious Cats. They think they know it all. Take it from them. You can do it.
He wants to redistribute the wealth.
All right.
Josh, let's talk to you.
As invigorating as that was, thank you, gentlemen, for that back and forth. A little hostility between the Surfer Cats and Hipster Cats, which probably makes sense because more often than not, you'll find a Surfer Cat out on the waves enjoying that free-flowing motion being on that board while looking at the Hipster Cats laying with SPF 100 sunscreen under an umbrella sitting on the beach hoping that the sun doesn't touch them. So, a lot of different dynamics here. Probably makes sense that our Surfer Cats and Hipster Cats would be feuding since, they're both hanging out near the bottom of the leaderboard, so things start to get desperate. But nonetheless, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for yet another Win Big, Right Meow with Discovery Expo. We are coming pretty close to the end of Season 2, but we are not at the end yet, so stay tuned for next week as we head into some more awesome content, and again, another Win Big Right Now at the end of next week, who will probably have Ryan on there, so your Cloud Cat leader should be back, ready to give some words of wisdom as well. But until then, ladies and gents, thank you again, and we are going to go ahead and get our Kahoot quiz all situated, and that is now in the chat. So enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. That chat is now filled with the Kahoot quiz link. So go ahead and take that and make sure that you get the quiz completed because that's how you're going to get your points for this session. And secret word for today. Oh, Zach Toole, it's almost like you were reading my mind. Almost as if you are reading my mind. Secret word for today is Series X. So for those of you who are looking for that word right there on the screen, Series X for you. Series X, baby. Which is a fitting end to our Xbox week. There you go, ladies and gents. Quiz is in the chat. Secret word for the day, Series X. We will see you all next week. Thank you to Richard, our Curious Cat Captain, Brian, our Hipster Cat Captain, and of course, Alex, our Surfer Cat Captain. I'm Josh, your Gamer Cat Captain, and we will see you next Monday. Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Into the unknown. Bye, everybody. Goodbye.